It's update week, my friends, and hopefully it's not delayed. Vykas Legion Raid is soon coming out, as well as other content like the new Guardian Raid and Thronespire. And by July, there's the Valtan Inferno difficulty and Challenge Abyssal Dungeon, as well as a new class that sadly isn't Artist. Why Artist? I may be one of the few who prefer to have another support class, and given that there's been a topic about support route or lack of supports in-game, would be nice to have so people would have more options, since some people don't find Paladin or Bard enjoyable. I know you can do content without support, but having one in your group for raids will definitely make runs easier and cheaper for the DPS, especially pickup groups. I mean, it's still not a guarantee you will succeed on your run, but your odds of success does increase. You can still wipe if people don't dodge or don't do mechanics right. But really, this is not about whether or not you can do a raid with or without a support. It's for the people who enjoy support roles and new players who want to play one in the long run. If you go to Party Finder for raids, you always see groups at 6 out of 8 with DPS roles filled out and just waiting for supports to join. So why are we seeing few supports in game right now? I mean, your job is only to buff, shield, and heal, right? Generally, some people don't get the rewarding feeling in progression as supports, and others just find support role expensive. And doing solo content on a support build, while it's doable, it's not really efficient. In my case, I ended up making a DPS build for my Paladin, which made my solo content much more enjoyable, even though it costed more. Not to mention, when people actually start looking up accessories for their support build and see the prices, it can be depressing, especially for those who do not have that much gold. From what I've noticed, prices have dropped a bit compared to last month. But some are still expensive, especially necklaces with support engravings that have spec and swiftness as stats. But that's not really what you should worry about. Don't worry about getting 4 level 3 engravings with your build. What matters is you have 2 main support engravings that are level 3, which ideally are your class engraving and awakening. The other 2 are probably expert and heavy armor, or you can use spirit absorption, vital point hit, or even drops of ether to mix. You can even just have them at level 1 or 2 until you have the funds to finish your build. I admit, I myself am not using Awakening on my setup, because back when I made this build, everything with Awakening or Blessed Aura was expensive. Really expensive, about 10k gold per piece. It made me stick with Spirit Absorption for the time being and just got used to it ever since. I am planning on getting Awakening though as my 5th engraving. So don't be afraid to join groups with only 2 level 3 engravings as long as you're using your maxed out core support engravings. Granted that there are some groups that are very picky. Majority won't kick you for not having 4 level 3 engravings, but they will probably kick you if they see you with freaking rainbow stats. Ideally, you would just want to focus on spec and swiftness, or vice versa depending on your build. I personally run high swiftness on my pally for a low cooldown kit. For armor sets, I don't think you need to worry about it too much, but you can look up which sets you can go for at maxroll.gg. Then just go max HP for your cards and gems you prefer, and you're pretty much good to go. As more content releases in Lost Ark in the future, supports will always be welcome in groups. It's never too late to start as one, no matter how far we are in the game. If things do get better, maybe we won't have to wait 10 minutes or so for the last support to join. I know there are a lot more issues out there in regards to the role, and Artist won't be coming out in a few more months, so feel free to share your thoughts regarding the state of supports in the game right now. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next.